Good evening, everybody. My name is Richard, and this is Pool A of the 2021 Great South African Rugby Quiz. Now, if you stemmer that tuned in tonight, he would have called this the Noot for Noot of Rugby. Now, moving on, let's get started and introduce our competitors for the evening. First off, we've got all the Ireland, our token expat for the evening, Killen Creel. Welcome, Killen.
Hello.
Hi, good to have you. Next off, we've got all the way from Durban, Varsity Cup, Varsity College under 20A coach and sports guru, Gavin Skevington. Good evening, Gavin.
How's it going, man?
Good. Great. Next up, all the way from Cape Town, we've got front row legend of False Bay Rugby Club, the Brighton Miracle. Good evening, Mr. Miracle. How are you?
Good, thanks, Richard. Enjoying your banter so far. Long may it continue.
Good. Next up, another Cape Townian, SA Rugby Magazine's very own, Dylan Jack, joining us tonight.
How's it, guys?
Good to have you, Dylan. And then last but not least, our second seed coming into the competition, rugby coach and self-proclaimed top Wikipedia, William Solomon.
How's it, Rich?
No, he's a hack.
William.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks for the invite.
How's it, William?
Yeah, good.
Good. Right, guys. Now, as you know, we're a small operation, so we cannot afford Elmer Smith to do a proper build-up. So I'm just going to discuss our 3 rules for the evening, and we're going to get straight into it. So let's get going. Rule number 1. Banter is encouraged. Mr. Miracle, I'm looking at you over there. Secondly, if you try and Google, time will you out. So I will give you all the 50 warning before any of the answers need to be submitted. And if you aren't submitted, unfortunately, we won't be able to score you for that. And then the rule number 3 for the evening, have a drink in close proximity. Right, everybody ready? Let's have some fun and get started.
Didn't think about Google.
Get going. Round number, who am I? So, the objective of this round is going to be, you need to name a player. Now we're going to give you 5 clues. All of them are related to the same player. Points are going to be scored on a sliding scale based on the clue number. So if you get the correct answer on the first clue, you get 5 points. If you get your answer on the 5th clue, you will get 1 point. Correct answer will override any previous correct answer. Now, if you feel you've got the correct answer on a certain clue and you don't correct a correct answer and you are confident in your answer, just do not answer any of the following clues. As simple as that. Right, let's get going. Clue number 1.
Jeez.
I was named SA School Captain in 2000.
Is the survey open?
No.
No.
Sorry, getting open now. There we go.
Not like I knew the answers.
Stop it.
Right, next clue coming up. Clue number 2. After spending my junior career at the show, I signed with the Cheetahs for 2004 season.
Yo.
I should know this.
Sharks.
It's normally the other way around.
Cheaters.
Yeah,
So,
imagine
I'm
that,
over
eh?
2.
Is that a bit of bluffing going on there?
I thought Pascal Berger could have worked out the shot in the dark.
Oh, shooting from the hip doesn't always work, eh?
Surely we should all know the one player that went from the Sharks to the
Okay.
Chiefs. Didn't come up
Clue
with-
number 3. I played tests for the Cheetahs over the 2004 and 2005 season, captaining them in a preseason game.
Oh, Richard. Cheaters.
This wasn't on your Wikipedia research session, eh, William?
Shush. Yeah.
Right. Clue number 4. After a string of injuries, I retired from professional rugby and joined Supersport as a rugby commentator.
— 2008. That was just after the World Cup.
No, wait.
No.
Oh, wow.
Right. Clue number 5. Most should get on this round. I made my commentary debut during the 2009 British and Irish Lions versus Southern King match, debuting is also rugby commentary on Supersport.
Oh, this is going to be embarrassing. I don't put an answer down.
Yeah. I think I know who it is. And I too will not have an answer.
Fuck, I got no clue.
Right, guys, submit your
I know
answers.
this.
15 seconds to lock in the last one.
Good to hear that, William. No
Yeah.
brain parts here. Huh?
If this is going to be how it starts.
It's going to be a long night, Keelan. Long night.
Right, answers coming up. Right, so clue number 1. I was named SS Schools captain in 2000. We had Greg, the Brighton with Skalkberger, and William with Bucky's Witter. Second round, after spending my junior career at the Sharks, I signed with the Cheetahs for the 2004 season. Then we had Greg and William answering. Unfortunately, not there. Right, clue number 3. I played 10 matches for the Cheetahs over the 2004-2005 season, captaining them in a pre-season game. Mr. Miracle going for Robert Everson and William being stumped there again.
I mean, what a great
And
answer.
then, after a string of injuries, I retired from professional rugby, joining Supersport as a rugby commentator. And then on our last round, I made my commentary debut during the 2009 British and Irish versus Southern King match. William there giving us Kaunda and Tunya. And our correct answer there being Kaunda and Tunya. Right.
1 point.
So let's
Rest in
recap
peace.
after our first
I don't
round.
remember his name.
We've got William getting off the mark with 1. We've got Dylan, Mr. Miracle, and Gavin and Keelan still needing to score.
It's going to be a long
Right.
night.
Moving on to our second round. Round 2, We are the. So this section will contain a cup or championship winning team. The objective here is you need to complete the starting lineup. Now I'm going to provide you with the name of the team, names of the starting lineup. You need to complete the blanks. Right.
And the bank.
Our team for the evening will be covering the 5 Mandela Plate against South Africa. Now, for those who have the background on the games itself, in 2005, the Mandela Plate beat South Africa and Australia was actually played outside of the Tri-Nations as a 2-leg series. First leg was against Australia with the Wallabies outscoring the Boks 5-0. Now, for the return test Park, Jake White made 9 changes to the starting lineup that retained the title with a 33-20 win. How well do you know the team that retained the title? Sorry, guys. Open up our link there and let's get going.
This is bread and butter for William.
No.
I know a lot of my banter goes towards William because he's one of my good mates, but this is right up his alley. Oh.
I can't answer at all.
Right. No.
Not able to pick up a.
Are you sure? Or have you just... What issue is it giving you there, Gavin?
Oh.
Okay.
That just wasn't clicking on. Oh well. I've missed several players. Oh well.
Okay, so you can shoot from there for number 3 and number 6. We are on the fly off.
I'm on number 6 now, yeah. That's strange, okay.
Okay, so you can just put it and then you can move on to number 10.
Okay.
Right, and then our censorship for the day.
Oh no, wait, I've gone wrong. Oh, the see viewers.
And finally, our back 3 for the day. We've got Percy at fullback, Habar 11, who was the wing.
Oh.
Oh, now I can see all the
Sorry, I
questions.
thought I was running out of time, so my spelling will be dismal.
That's fine, as long as we can make the player out. Okay, answers locked in there. Gavin, we got you locked in there?
Yeah, I just
Right.
I raced against time, didn't I?
I think I missed the first one.
Right, let's get going. So, in our front row, we had Good at Loosehead, at hooker, who was at today. So, we've got Greg giving us Eddie Andrews. We've got Gav with Richard Band. Okay, Keelan giving Skulk there. I think it was a mistake there. William giving us Eddie Andrews and Dylan with B. Our correct answer, Eddie Andrews.
very confident when I see William with the same answer.
And then we have,
Don't be Greg.
we've got a of Johan Smith, Joe van Niekerk, and we've got Skalkberger,
Solly's a
and
good
Dylan
shot.
surprising us there with Solika. That's not a good shout. Excellent shout, as it was Solly Chibalika on the day. Right. Then we go to our halfback pairing for the day. We've got January, who partnered Ricky January on the day. We've got Greg, the Brighton, with Jaco van der Westhuizen. Gav giving us Hope. Killen giving us Pretorius. William giving us Jaco van der Westhuizen. And Dylan giving us Andre Pretorius. We've got two people right there with Andre Pretorius. Right. Moving on. Our center pairing for the day. Villiers and number 13. So we've got Greg giving us Marius. Gavin giving us Jock Fourie. Kim giving us Jock Fourie. William giving us Jock. And Dylan giving us Jock Fourie. The correct answer there. It was actually the first ever match where we had that center pairing together in a box. John de Villiers and Jock Fourie. Right, moving on to our back three. We've got Brian Abana, Percy, and at number 14, we've got Greg giving us Ashwin Mallet, Gavin with JP Peterson, Keelan with Akona, William with Odwa, and Dylan with Akona. Unfortunately, nobody scoring here, as it was Mr. Brayton Paulser.
Of course.
Right. So, at the end of the round, let's quickly recap our scores. So, tied on 3 apiece at the top. We've got William and Dylan on 3. We've got Keelan them on 2. Gavin and Brighton Miracle on 1 apiece.
That wooden spoon is mine.
Right, moving on.
You have to fight me for it.
Let's move on to round number 3, our Springbok show. So, the only action that the Springboks were allowed in 2020 was facing each other. Now, that unique led to the question, how do players of this past stack up against each other in the stats department? So, how our Springbok Showdown will work is you will be provided with 3 players from the same. We're going to ask you a stat about them, and you need to tell us who won the stat between those specific 3 players. Everybody ready? Let's get going. Showdown 1. Who won the most test caps? Andries Becker, Flip van der Merwe, Andre Krier.
Sure.
Sure.
Right, showdown number 2. Who scored the most test tries between Janus Labuschagne, AJ Venter, John Leonard?
Ooh.
Right, showdown number 3. Who scored the most test points between Jaco van der Westhuizen or Brayton Paulser?
Oh my goodness. Excuse my spelling.
Okay, showdown number 4. Who made their test debut first between Dion Keizer, Bram van Straat, and Robbie Fleck? And moving on to our last showdown. Showdown number 5. Who scored the most test drop goals between Francois Steyn, Pat Lambie, and Jaco van der Westhuizen?
I remember his attempt.
Yeah, that attempt is not included as a record. Just to disclose that. Right, okay, everybody, submit your answers. We've got 15 seconds.
That's just wild guessing on my behalf. If I get any right, I'm claiming I knew the answer, but let's be honest. just
Right, answers. Let's go through the answers. Who won the most test caps between Andries Becker, Flip van der Merwe, and Jean-Andre Creer? So we've Killen with Flip, we've William with Flip, we've got Dylan giving Andries Becker, Gavin going with Flip, and Greg with Andries. The correct answer there, Flip van der Merwe. And showdown number 2. Who scored the most test tries between Janus and Anton Leonard? So we've got Killen with Anton, William giving us Anton Leonard, Dylan giving us Acer, Gavin giving us Anton Leonard, and Greg going for Janus. The correct answer there, Anton Leonard.
And he scored 2 against Spain.
Moving on to showdown number 3. He scored 1 against Spain. He was the only one of those 3 to actually have scored a test try.
I thought so.
So
that's like the last one you did.
Moving on. Khafi, Jaco, and Brayton. Who scored the most test points? Killen giving us Khafi, William going with Brayton, Dylan going with Khafi, Gavin and Mr. Miracle going for Brayton. Correct answer there, Brayton also.
This has been a terrible round.
Showdown number 4. Who made their test debut first between Dion Keizer, Bram van Straten, and Robbie Fleck? So we've got Killen giving Flecky, we've got William with Flecky, Dylan going with Dion Keizer, Gavin with Bram van Straten, and Mr. Miracle with Flecky. Correct answer there, Robbie Fleck, who made his debut a week before Dion Keizer and Bram van Straten against Italy.
Interesting.
Richard, you're a
moving
nerd.
on to showdown number 5. Who scored the most drop goals between Francois Steyn, Pat Lambie, and Jaco van der Westhuizen? We've got Killen giving us Francois Steyn, William giving us Francois Steyn, Dylan giving us Pat Lambie, Gavin giving us Pat Lambie, The Miracle giving us Pat Lambie. Correct answer there being Patrick Lambie.
What was that, William?
Push.
Right. So,
Kicked off YouTube again.
remember, this is a live element.
Soz.
Let's quickly have a look at our scores. So
Sorry
we've got William on 7. We've got Ken and Gavin both on 5. We've then got Dylan and the Brighton Miracle both on 4. So on to our next round. We've got a new game that we played, that we tested out in the pre-called Prop Quiz. So Prop Quiz will be on general knowledge on our chosen theme. So Our theme that we're going to be playing is the Africa.
Richard, go home, man. You're drunk.
Everybody ready? Let's. Question. Who won Africa Cup in 2000?
Just going to hit you Oaks with some spicy answers here.
Hoi, Greg. This Hoi boy. Sure.
Question number 2. The 2005 Africa Cup final between Morocco and Madagascar is unique for being played at which neutral venue?
So if it's Lord's Cricket Ground or something, I'm going to be very upset.
2005 African.
Didn't even know who
Do you have to
played.
name the stadium, Richard?
Stadium or city? I'll take both of those. So question number 3. Namibia holds the record for the most Africa Cup titles. Have they won?
And you get points for being within the closest 5, huh?
No, you're thinking about a different game there. Question number 4. The 2012 match between Namibia and Madagascar holds the world record for being the highest test score by a losing team. How many points did the losing team score?
Crumbs, Richard.
Jeepers.
5. That same 2012 match between Namibia and Madagascar holds the world record for the highest scoring test draw at full time at 80 minutes. What was the score at 80 minutes?
Okay, so score updates after round 4. William 7, Gavin 5, Keelan 5, Bright Miracle 4, Dylan 4.
I'm hoping for no negative marking here. Yes.
Right, everybody, answers locked in. Let's get
Call them answers.
going. So, which
not
team
Namibia.
won the Euro Africa Cup in 2000? We've got Greg with SAA, Gavin with South Africa, William with SA Amateurs, Keelan with Namibia, and Dylan with South Africa. There was an SA team that did in the Africa Cup. The first one, that was South Africa under 23s.
Mm.
Do we get a
In
point for
2000
South Africa?
and 2000 under 23 team competed there. And
So you're saying
question
we get
number
a
2, the 2005 African Cup final between Morocco and Madagascar is unique for being played at which neutral venue? So Greg giving us Ellis Park, Gavin giving us Bombela, William Ellis Park, and Dylan with London. I can tell you now we've got one correct in there. Anybody care to get one?
Paris.
London.
Paris.
Start
Yeah.
the France.
Oh, lekker. That's 1 point. Speak your words, Greg. Lekker. Thank you.
So William, why they played at Paris?
I just thought of Morocco, and I think their president is French or something. And so I was like, well, the head of Rugby Africa is French or something. I don't
Must
know.
be.
Do you know why? Of course you do.
Well, this is a Wikipedia. Yeah. So this game was actually a curtain raiser to South Africa and France back in 2005. And amateur team competing. Rugby were confident that they would be in the final. They asked Rugby Africa if the final could be played as a curtain raiser, and then they ended up losing to Madagascar at Ellis Park, and ended up not going at all. So two random teams are playing the curtain raiser. It was not planned at all.
Was that an SA 23 team or SAA or SA amateurs or what?
That was amateurs in 2005. So they 3 seasons. They competed 05, 06, and 07, and then in 05 they lost by 30 points to 29 to Madagascar at Ellis Park. And lost their semi-final. So yeah, bit of history there for Madagascar.
Richard, did you know this without doing some research, or did you just know this?
I did a bit of research on this, so I would be honest, I didn't know this completely. Okay, question number 3. Namibia holds the record for the most Africa Cup titles. How many won? So Greg shooting with 14. We've got Gavin and Dylan with 7, with 13, and Keelan with 5. The correct answer there being 8 titles.
Oh, I had 8 and I changed it.
Moving on. The 2012 match between Namibia and Madagascar holds the world record for the highest test score by a losing team. How many points did they score? So we've got Greg with 42, Gavin with 63, 53, 49, and 50 respectively. Greg bang in the middle with 54 points.
Oh.
So Namibia lost.
Oh.
Namibia ended up losing the game by 57 to 54 to Madagascar. But however, as I mentioned, it was a draw at full time. What was the score? So we've got Greg with 42-42, Gavin with 40-40, William giving us 48-48, Keelan saying was an 80 draw, and Dylan going with 100. Correct answer there being a 43-43 draw.
Fuck off, man. I mean,
right. So to summarize, William extends his lead at the end of that round. He leads Gavin and Keelan by 8 points to Dylan and Mr. Miracle chase in 4 respectively. Moving on,
So
let's move to category round 5, home ground advantage. Now, if I mention the words Twickenham, Eden Park, or Loftus, and you immediately know to some of the foremost rugby teams in the world. As we know, some of them are great, others are level of the Waratahs. Now, for this round, you're going to be provided with an image of the ground. Your job is to tell us who the home team is. Everybody, let's get going.
Just going to put sharks for
Question number 1.
oh, lekker. I think I know that one.
I'm just going to be putting random answers here.
Question number 2. William looking a bit worried there in the corner.
No, it's just fucking small. I mean, very small. It's probably somewhere in Italy, I reckon.
Does that look small to you?
Well, it looks like a 8,000 seater stadium. I don't know the answer.
Okay. Okay, question number 3.
Ah.
Mr. Cobb there, right up in the corner. Question number 4. Dylan looking a bit worried there in the middle.
Must you say the team or can you say the city?
You need to say the team.
Oh, we're saying
And
team
question
or name
number
of the
5.
stadium. Rich, are we saying
Team.
team or name of the stadium? Oh, fuck.
Well, I want the
It's not
team
like
playing
Manchester
there,
gonna
but
be
if you
right
give me the
anyway.
name of the stadium, then it's fine as well. I'll take the name of the stadium as well if we know if we can all know who you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Okay, 15 seconds to submit the answers.
It was number 5. I didn't see. Oh, what? Oh, fuck off.
You mean Don? Gosh darn it.
Ooh,
Rats.
pressure getting to William Solomon up there.
Flying fish.
And let's
This
get
is where-
going
this is
with
where I normally
answers.
Catch
So-
up. Boland is a good
We've
call.
got-
Well done.
Giving us Falker, Dylan giving us Paul Ruiz, Gavin with Bristol, William with Boland Cavaliers, and Keelan giving us George, or I would have taken SWD as well there. Correct answer,
Oh, good call.
Boland
Well
Cavaliers. Right, and we've got question 2. Mr. Miracle giving us Saracens because he's spotting Owen Else in the background. Dylan with Treviso and nobody else giving us an answer there. Mr. Miracle with a small little comeback there,
Oh, gee.
as it was in fact the Saracens round. Moving on to
Point out
question
Daryl's
number
house
3. We've got Greg giving us Dylan with Ionax, Gav with a little corner of William with the Brumbies, and Keelan with the Force. Correct answer there being the Brumbies. Moving on to question number 4. We've got Greg giving us LA Giltinis, Dylan with Munster saying it's not somewhere in Zim, William with Rugby United New York, and Keith saying he doesn't know. 3 from 3 there for Greg, as that is in fact LA
wow.
Giltinis.
Wow. Well done.
Did you know that, Greg? Yes.
I did. I recognize the stadium.
Lekker.
See, it is American.
And then we're going to
I didn't even see that.
number 5, Greg giving us Griquas, Dylan, no idea, Gav,
I knew that one.
and everybody else saying Greg is on fire with this round. It is in fact a Brighton miracle this round, as he scored this round.
Yes, yes.
Lick.
And let's quickly cap. So at the end of round number 5, with 1 round to play before our playoffs, we've got William on 10, the Brighton Miracle shooting to 8. We've got Gavin on 5, Keelan on 5, and Dylan on 4. On to our last round before the playoffs. We've got round 6, School of Rugby. Now, this format is basically who molded me. So we're going to focus on a few players that's reached the pinnacle game. Do you ever know where all of it started? You're going to be provided with an image of the player, and your goal is to tell us where they manipulated from. Everybody ready? Let's get going. Question number 1. Johan van der Merwe. Question number 2. Gerwin Bosch. Coming up, question number 3. Thomas the Tank, the Tway.
If you remember the answer, but you didn't put it in or put something else in, can you go back and change it still before the round's over?
You should be able to.
No, you can't change an answer. Once you've put it in, if you locked it in, you can't change it. Number 4, we've got a Blitzbok in Miller du Plessis.
Full of shocks.
Yes, correct. He is with us at the moment. Question number 5. Frans Malherbe.
No clue on this one.
Right, everybody, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how happy I am about it, but I'm locked in.
Same school, maybe.
Where's Andy Capistania when you need him?
Right, let's get going. So, Duan van der Merwe. We've got Greg with Outeniqua. We've got William giving us Outeniqua. Dylan with Outeniqua. Killen, who said Affis, he wanted to say Outeniqua. And Gavin with Outeniqua. Correct answer there. Outeniqua.
Sure, I'm quite proud of myself for that one.
Right. Moving on to question number 2. Greg butchering Kabeja. Right there. Greg, he's got Greg Kabeja. William also needing a bit of English lessons on Greg Kabeja. We've got Killen with Kersney and Dylan and Gavin going with the more traditional Grey High. So we have got a lot of scores in this round, as is in fact Grey High School PE/Kabeja. Moving on to question number 3. Thomas the Tway. We've got Greg giving us Michael House, William with Kingswood, Keelan with grey, Dylan with ball boys,
meant to say
and Gav giving us
It's meant to be
ball
ball boys.
boys.
Damn it! Why didn't it type out?
So the correct Thomas with ball boys.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm thinking wrong.
Question number 4. Duplessis. We've got giving us William Hafiz, Keelan with Dylan with ball.
Oh, I got the wrong one.
In fact, ball.
No, listen, I fully guessed that.
Question number 5. I'll listen before we move on. Greg giving us boys high. Lerber. William giving us boys high. Then we've got Dylan with boys high and with boys high. Keelan giving us Paul Roos. The answer there. Now I want you all to feast your eyes on this image. In fact, boys high.
That was a pure guess because I'd done the
Right,
last two.
so- Right, let's quickly do a recap of the scores. So, our final scores at the end of we did 3 well for the top 2 playoffs. We've got Dylan ending on 5, Gavin and Dylan both ending on. Guys, thank you so much. It's not the end of the road yet. We will see you for the wildcard round in the beginning of September, where you will be fighting for a in plate final. Our 2 playoff going through is William and the Brighton Miracle. William and Mr. Miracle 12.
Gonna
So-
need one of those miracles.
Of the playoff round will go through with the loser moving on or runner up moving on to our plate final. Before we get started, we just want to say thanks for having us, Keelan. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
We'll see you in September.
Well, thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, buggers.
Gav, we'll see you in September.
Yeah, shot, mate. Thanks so much.
Cheers. See you then.
Cheers, boys.
Good night, friends.
Dylan, we can already see an article cut. My grueling experience on the South African rugby quiz. But we'll
that's
see you
taken
in
round boys.
September. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Keep well.
Yo.
Yo, lekker.
Us with Mr. Miracle and Mr. Solomon. So our
Nice.
playoff round, we are going to have 10 rugby teams across all years of the game. It's going to be a speed round. You'll have 20 seconds per question.
Oh. No,
Guys, ready? Let's go.
Top.
Question number 1.
Didn't
Who
watch
ended
it.
the 2020-2021 Currie Cup as top try scorer? Question number 2. Which neutral venue did Italy and Scotland face each other during 2017 June international test window?
Twenty 17.
Yes. Question number 3.
You're Richard.
Question number 4. Who's the youngest player to make his Super Rugby debut? So question number 5. France and New Zealand have gone head-to-head on 7 occasions at the Rugby World Cup. How many matches have the French won? Six. Name the nation. Question number 7. Name the only player to have won multiple Sevens Player of the Year titles. Question number 8. Who has scored the most test points for the British and Irish Lions in their history? Question number 9. Which team did the New Zealand Rugby Football Union award the Ranfurly Shield to after an unbeaten 1902 season, becoming the first ever holders of the Shield? Question number 10. Name the player.
Oh.
Right, gents.
I feel like I've been violated.
We've got 15 seconds to lock in.
Yes.
I'm not proud of my last answer.
Are you sure?
I'm not proud of it.
Right.
Sure.
Let's get going into our questions. We'll do 3 answers and... Sorry?
I wanted to say Stephen Gans for this one, but yeah.
Just to say, Richard, 2 things. I didn't watch the Curry Cup. Second thing, do I have to catch up the deficit that I'm currently on, the 1 point behind, or do we play off?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to
No,
catch up.
you carry your points through. So you're 1 point behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 questions, 3 answers, then update our scoreboard. 3 answers, update the scoreboard, last 3 before we give you the final one. Okay, so who ended the 2020-21 Curry Cup as top try scorer? We've got both gents with Cornel Hendricks. Correct answer there being Edwin Cater.
Where did he just sign for? No, still a cricket.
No, he's still with because if I'm not mistaken. Question number 2. At which Italy and Scotland faced each in the 2017 June International Test window? So William not giving us an answer. Greg saying it was football ground. Correct answer there being you gents are awfully quiet there.
Nothing to say.
Yeah, a bit nervous.
Question number 3. Who wore me? We've got William with Argentina. Greg giving us the England sevens there. The correct answer being Argentina's sevens.
Do I get a point there?
So, I'm for Argentina, as that is an Argentina jersey.
Thank you.
Okay, right. So, to recap, after our 3, we've got William on 10, with Brighton Miracle currently on 12. Question number 4. To make his Super Rugby debut, we've got William with James O'Connor. Greg giving us Sergio Peterson. Correct answer there being James O'Connor.
No. Greg, be my friend. Please.
Right. Question number 5. France and New Zealand have got head-to-head on 7 occasions at the Rugby World Cup. How many of those matches have the French won? Greg giving us 2, giving us 2. Brighton scoring there. Unfortunately, William scoring as well 2 times.
Gotta believe.
Question number 6. Name the nation. William giving us Singapore. Greg giving us Poland. Correct answer there being Mauritius. Right, so to recap
2 points down.
scores, William on
3 points down.
16, and you are on 13. So if we update, we've got William on 16, the Brighton Miracle on 13.
The Brighton.
Right, moving on. The only player won multiple World Set of the Year titles. We've got both gents giving us Waisali Sareb. The correct answer there being Baker.
He's not even that good. Sorry.
Yeah, but let's leave it there.
I
Question number 8. Who has
all
scored
3
the
here.
most test points for the British and Irish Lions? We've got William with Rob Andrew, Greg with Neil Jenkins. The correct answer being Gavin Thinks. Moving on. Which team did the New Zealand Rugby Football Union award the Ranfurly Shield to after the 1902 season, being unbeaten, becoming holders? That was Auckland.
I thought that was too obvious.
Right.
William, you've already beat me, huh? No more.
So, at the end of question number 9, with 1 question remaining, we've got William on 16, the Brighton Miracle on 13. If we just have a look at our last question, we've got name the player. William giving us Herschel Gibbs and Greg giving us Bjorn Besson. Correct answer there.
William,
Herschel Gibbs.
Talk me through that.
Bro, can't you just see that video when they showed it was a Craven Week final when he played at Pretoria against Free State? I can just see it. I don't know.
Yeah. That image was taken from that game itself.
I can just,
as I said, I wasn't part of my answer there.
Let's recap at the end of our evening, we've got William moving on to the grand final in October with 17. And Brighton Miracle, we will see you in September for plate final, where you will have opportunity to join Mr. Solomon in the final.
Yeah, just like Japan in
Great.
2015.
Thank you
didn't make
so
the
much for
quarters.
joining.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Rich.
Sure,
Brilliant.
Came up very
I
good.
have words, eh?
At call of the round that Andy brought to it was round number 5, where the Bright really came into its own this evening on home ground advantage.
I love me a home ground advantage.
Joining us, gents. We'll see you next month. We'll for Pool B of the 2021 Great South African Rugby Quiz. Cheers, gents.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers.
you.